Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Chris Fernandez, Global Sports Network, GSN. A recap of this last weekend and this last week. Of course, we know Golden State Warriors, again, the champions, NBA Finals. Of course, a lot of these things that we know, Golden State will be coming back next year with all their starters, according to sources. Kevin Durant, of course, tweeting out that he will return at least for one more season. Stephen Curry will be back, as well as Klay Thompson, keeping what could be a dynasty alive. LeBron James, he's gone, he left. Don't know what's going to happen with him. He was gone, absent from this series. I have John Foster with me. John,
yes, Chris.
What do you think about LeBron James? Do you think he'll be back next season?
I think.
And where will he be back?
Well, I think he's going to leave Cleveland. I'd be very surprised if he stayed there. I would give it, I think it's between L.A. and it's Houston. Even though San Antonio, Popovich supposedly is after him now. So I'd like to see him here. Come to Houston.
Well, a lot of it is, okay, yes, you're a team that has top coach, Popovich. Do you have someone to complement LeBron James? Or are you just fishing for someone that's going to bring you the tickets? I mean, and if we're talking LeBron James, we're talking about a major salary.
Right.
What teams out there, besides the Rockets, that may have the funds, but will Fertitta go ahead and give up those funds? We talked about that this week.
I believe in Fertitta. I don't know. You seem to have your hesitations, but I think Fertitta's going to step up to the plate and put the money. He's going to do what he wants. A winner. Fertitta wants a winner, and he spent the most money. He's not afraid to spend money. You spend money, you make money. You bring him in, we got something. I think we're in the ball game.
And the future is now, and the Rockets need to win now, not tomorrow. In other sports, the Houston Astros had a 4-game series in Arlington versus the Texas Rangers, their nemesis, of course, crosstown rivals. Astros swept the Rangers this past week, finishing up a great pitching performance this weekend, with the exception of this last game, which their pitching was very short and lacking, but the run support was there. 24 runs in 4 games. Folks, the Astros are still in second place in the American West Conference in Major League Baseball. In other sports, the Houston Dynamo played here Saturday. They beat the Rapids 2-0. Houston Dynamo, of course, are in third place in the Western Conference, and very basically being in third place, which in total MLS you're looking at 7th place in total. They need to be in 6th place to find and to get a spot in the postseason. Of course, that is a little early, but we're looking at it as right now. Where are we? Where could we be at this time? Playoff season, they would not be in the playoff. Also, folks, we're looking at the start of World Cup soccer. Yes, World Cup soccer starts this Thursday, June the 14th. We're looking at Russia playing at home. Russia, of course, being the home team, sponsoring the World Cup. Russia will be facing Saudi Arabia, and we'll have more news and updates on World Cup soccer for you next week. Rugby, a gentleman's game played by Ruffians here in Houston. Folks, we have updates for that. We'll be right back in a few moments. Hello, everybody. I'm Chris Fernandez, and welcome back to Global Sports Networks, GSN. Again, Houston, Texas, we have rugby. The Houston SaberCats lost this weekend. They played away in Glendale, Arizona. They played the Raptors. The score final was there, 37-24. Of course, towards the very end, there was a rough fighting there for both teams. They were at each other's throat, and very basically a few penalties made the difference, and the SaberCats lost this game. And another SaberCat news, Paul Mullen, of course, one of the rugby players for the SaberCats here in Houston, will be playing with USA versus Scotland this Saturday at BBVA Compass Bank, as they have a friendly rugby game. Of course, it's already happened last year, and it's something that we're doing annually. We're going to have the USA rugby team playing at BBVA. Please be there. And now, folks, here on GSN, we're going to go cover a little bit of tennis. And for tennis, we'll go to professional coach John Foster. John,
yes,
this weekend.
Chris. Wow, a lot of tennis. French Open. Rafael Nadal, chasing Federer now. 17 Grand Slam titles, and Federer with 20. I don't know. He might get him, Chris. He just might get him.
And how do you look?
He looked great. You know, can you believe 11 Grand Slam titles now?
Wow.
Nadal has 11 at the French Open. That's just the French Open. 11
and
times
at
he's
the
won
Open,
the French Open.
this weekend, of course, against Thiem. How do you look? Or
Oh,
what was
well,
the final
now here's
score there?
something else about Thiem. Thiem is the only person to beat him in the last 2 years in a clay court tournament.
Wow.
So, Nadal's on top of it. He looks good. He's going to continue on. You got Wimbledon coming up, everybody. So they go right from the clay to the grass.
Wow.
A lot of people don't realize that. You have the clay court season, and the minute that wraps up, which the end of the French Open is the end of it, now they're going to go right to grass courts.
Wow.
And look at Wimbledon in a month or so away here.
All right, folks, we'll have more about tennis, the French Open, and ambidextrous tennis with the John Foster Grand Slam Tennis in the future. John, thank you. And in motor racing, of course, motor car racing sports, we're looking at San Jacinto Battleground Speedway this past weekend. Of course, we had races, we had paints coming off cars, you name it, we had it. We remind you, next weekend you have your Sprint Car Series. Dates open at 5, races start at 8 p.m. That's 8 races. Folks, come on out. We want to see you, want to thank you. Global Source Network, thanks you. Have a great one.